So I just wanted to create this little short here video. My tech has jury duty today, and we thought it was tomorrow. And so now I had to do some estimates. I had to do some phone calls this morning. I have a meeting at 11, and I have another interview at 12:30. So we are completely maxed out with what we can get done today. I have to finish up this AC eval, which is what I want to talk about, how we approach an AC problem. And I have one more eval to do, and then I need to just knock out as many cars as I possibly can today. So when we have an AC problem, the way that we do it here is that for a 134 problem, we have it set at, I believe, 1.5 hours, and that includes an evac in charge and then a full system inspection. And it's written on the work order that they have to check these things. And this is a great example, which is why I wanted to stop midday and do this video. This AC, it's a Kia Rio that the AC is not working. Now the customer is like somewhat inclined and took it on base to an auto skill shop where they have like full equipment. And he did his own AC service, evac in charge with the machine, I think anyway. And compressor's not turning on. Now this is a variable vane compressor. It doesn't have a clutch on it at all. So part of this testing, we're going to use this tool right here. And I highly advise buying this AC kit. Believe it or not, I got this from AutoZone through their tool program for the same price as what it is from Amazon. So you interrupt the circuit coming from the vehicle down to the compressor. And then in normal mode, you're able to see what the duty cycle command is. And then from there, if you go to the manual mode, I can actually shove duty cycle into the compressor and see if the compressor turns on. So we already did that, and we knew the compressor was bad, right? So what I'm scared of is that if you guys are doing this and you're saying, oh, he needs a compressor, I'm telling you right now, you put a compressor on this car and it doesn't work because there's two problems. One, it has a bad compressor, and the other one is that it's not being commanded to run. And we got to figure out why. So it's more of like protect yourself, offer the client the best possible service, absolutely charge for it up front. And yeah, you might lose some of the AC jobs that are just, if you're the type of shop that does, evac in charge, $200, send them on their way. Yeah, we might lose those, but I'd rather have the cars here that pay for this and not have to deal with those situations. You already know, if you follow this channel, we're already dealing with a bunch of really weird situations, right? So the way to limit yourself on that is charge appropriately up front to be able to do a thorough job and make sure that you're doing a thorough job. Usually I want 2 ways to do a failure. On this one, we knew the compressor was bad. Technician realized that he had to go to jury duty. He had to leave right away, and he called me back and said, hey, I still have to do that one more test and to verify that we are being commanded. And sure enough, we aren't, right? So we could have easily sold a compressor on this, and it's not going to be a cheap job to find out, oh, it also needs something else. So that's what I wanted to kind of show you on this one. Same with cooling system evals. When you have a car that comes in for a cooling system eval, you should be doing the entire cooling system evaluation. You should be doing a pressure test, even if it doesn't have a leak. Because in their mind, I have something wrong with my cooling system, and 2 weeks later, I have a leak that shows up. It's like, what did you guys do to my car, right? So it's always about protecting yourself, and that's another reason why those courtesy health checkups or the DVIs are so important. Again, it's not to sell more work. It's to show the status of the vehicle and protect yourself in case there is a problem. The side effect is that you will sell work off of it. And it's a good side effect, right? But it's always about trying to cover yourself and take care of the client. So more to follow, and then I'll touch on this a little bit later about what we found on what actually is wrong with this AC. I have to dive into it because I just picked it up and did this first test. All right, more to follow.